finally time to review the fourth installment in the DxD franchise, Highschool DxD Hero. I might have talked about this show before, but now I'm gonna properly review it, for you to know my thoughts on all seasons of the best harem anime to this date. Yeah, I know I always consider titles like Trinity 7, To Love Ru, Data Life, or as of late, Tsugumomo. To be fairly even when it comes to how well they portrayed the harem ecchi genre. But after I've watched all seasons of DxD, I gotta admit that this is the #1 harem anime to this date.
What was that?
Highschool DxD Hero came a bit later, compared with the other installments of the franchise. For a while I even feared we might not even get another one, but as of recently, the 5th season has been announced, which is amazing. Man, I can't wait to get more of this amazing action and entertaining characters. Also, let's not forget the fanservice, the driving force behind Issei's willpower and this anime's popularity and success. I might have had issues with the story structure and how the 3rd season handled certain character arcs, but the ecchi scenes have never disappointed. The girls have remained just as attractive and relevant as they were at the beginning, and the main character still has the energy to deal with each and every one of them.
Yes, that's true. Still though,
Right from the start it was painfully visible how the art style has changed. Personally, I prefer the previous one, but if I were to choose between this new aesthetic of the show or no more Highschool DxD, I would most definitely choose this new art style. It's not that bad, I guess, it makes a lot of men look like girls, which, considering Gasper, I guess, yeah, I don't want to talk about that, dude. Anyhow, the franchise is back, just as strong as it ever was. You guys know me, I always go for the dub version when it comes to anime. It makes it seem a bit more familiar, it's a lot more fun to watch, especially when considering the DxD series. The dub has always been thematic and entertaining, filled with clever one-liners and numerous jokes, which made the anime even more fun to experience. As always, the driving force behind the show are the boobs and the harem king, Issei Hyodo.
Boobs. Booties. My dream is to see every single one of them. And I will. Soon. Get ready for me, girls, because I'm gonna fight until I'm strong enough to blow a chick's clothes off just by thinking about it!
The boobs are nice and bouncy, something I'm expecting for an ecchi anime. All shapes and sizes have been included by now, which is great. I like looking at boobs. Anyhow.
Police, you have to power up! Remember, you're always the strongest when you channel your inner pervert and touch a woman's boobs!
As I was saying, Issei is the greatest harem king so far.
Yes.
Not only is he willing to fight for the girls, but he's also constantly pursuing them due to his perversion and naughty personality.
I have a dream that one day I'll rank so high that I become the harem king! I'll have one group of hot girls with huge jugs as servants and another for my babe army! Oh yeah!
By now, the main character has made quite a name out of himself, and many other prominent figures have taken notice of his power. The season starts with Issei having a chance to spar with one of the strongest characters he has yet to face. Cyborg is widely considered to be the strongest young devil in the underworld, and now he wants to challenge Rias to a ranking game. His real intent is to test his abilities against the Red Dragon and solidify his influence among the other warriors. Now, what really made his character fascinating was his willpower and tenacity to keep on improving his own abilities. He was born without magical powers, which left him with only his body to rely on.
Not bad, Issei.
He has trained and eventually has become strong enough to be a match to any other devil out there. Him facing Issei was pretty thematic and a clever idea. They are kinda similar in regard with their shonen willpower and determination to keep people around them safe. Therefore, their battle was supposed to be a test of strength and endurance. Sadly, their epic confrontation gets cheapened by a last-minute addition to Cyborg's arsenal. Their first match was really good though.
That's what she said.
Issei got to witness his strength, and Cyborg used only his technique and physical prowess to overpower his opponent. He seemed like a fair and honest person, for whom hard work and perseverance had paid off. While Issei is a hothead who always gives his best in any confrontation. A weird and yet fitting match. The main character has been blessed with immense power, while Cyborg had to earn everything he has. Despite these differences, they are all sort of similar in their stubborn way of fighting for what they believe in. Needless to say, I was looking forward to their match at the end of the season. Unfortunately, the show cheapens Cyborg as a character in his final confrontation with Issei by giving him a sacred gear to match the Red Dragon Emperor. I don't like this. Why build a character fully on willpower and hard work when I have him use a cheat code in the culminating fight of his character arc? I felt disconnected by the end of the battle, being very disappointed with how Cyborg has also become a Power Ranger, and they have a weird, awkward mecha fight. The only redeeming quality of this match is the awesome dub, which keeps on giving funny lines for Issei to say.
It may seem uncool to you, but that's all I can do.
He's incredible. I think I'm hard.
Another thing I disliked about how they handled the protagonist in the latest episodes is his uncharacteristic unawareness of hurting other people, especially women. It doesn't feel like Issei can get so angry not to be able to hold back against a weaker opponent.
Sorry, I can't hold back. If you don't want to die, I would suggest using some kind of protection.
Okay, come at me.
And again, we're talking about Saya Oak's queen, a hot young woman. Everything how it goes is pretty low, man. A fellow pervert and admirer of boobs like me is deeply disappointed by his intent to be rough with such a fine and attractive woman.
Because attacking a lady who's about to strip us against my religion!
Now, I might sound like I'm complaining a bit too much for an anime I like, but I'm only doing this because I care a lot about this title, and I see so much potential in it. I think it is only fair to give constructive criticism in regard with its character arcs. On the other hand, the story is fine. Just like in the previous seasons, the main narrative is divided between two story arcs. The first one is about the yokai fraction, the second is all about the rating game with Cyborg. I've already said enough about the second half of the anime. Therefore I'm going to focus a bit on the yokai side of the story. It all starts with a school trip Issei and his classmates are undergoing. Rias, Koneko and Akeno sadly have to stay home though. But don't worry, fellow pervert, because all they do while the main character is cheating on them with the rest of the harem
That kiss was amazeballs!
is take baths every single episode. It felt kind of weird and forced at first, but then I just started to enjoy the sight of making female bodies, and I stopped thinking about their actual role in the story. While Akeno is grabbing Ria's boobs, Issei is sightseeing along with Xenovia, Asia, and Irina. Oh yeah, I nearly forgot to mention that I'm really starting to like Irina now. In the second season, she was kinda annoying and pale in comparison with the other members of the harem,
How could you forget this face? It's me!
Right.
but now she seems to be a bit more cheerful and open towards Issei. Her good girl attitude and the fact she's still an angel really boosts her appeal as an innocent but perverted woman.
I could birth the Red Dragon Emperor's child, which I suppose would be a good asset to heaven.
Xenovia is hot and naughty as she ever was.
I'm practically naked.
Now that Akeno no longer has the awesome, seductive voice from the first two seasons,
I want it to be extremely accurate. You may have to touch to learn my curves.
You mean with my hand? I didn't know there was a magic phrase that would make me feel so creative. When do we start?
You don't!
Just kidding, I can't.
I might even say that Xenovia is my main waifu from Issei's harem. She has so many witty one-liners.
Don't woo me! You just gouged an asteroid-sized hole with a friggin' sword!
As a guy, you should know how important the first move is.
Sure, rub it in.
She has game. I like how quiet and submissive she seems, while also being dominant in trying to get a bit of Issei's attention.
What's with the dramatic tone?
That's just my voice. Listen. I would like you to make a baby with me.
Asa has never really been my favorite. She's fine and all, but I'm not captivated by her personality or body.
The way that you...
I want to keep this just between us. Is that cool?
like a secret?
Yeah.
If I consider her to be a welcome addition to the harem, and you're not exactly at the top of my waifu list.
Would it be too much trouble for you to kiss me too?
Hey there! So why are you guys just swapping spit in the closet?
There's also Miss Rosweiser. She's a Valkyrie in the 3rd season. Not sure if she's part of the harem, but man, she has a fine body.
He's rock hard.
Her boobs aren't exactly bigger than Rias, but unlike her, Miss Rosweiser is a fully developed woman, and she looks pretty hot when she's naked. She cannot drink, and she's a virgin. Yep, sounds about right.
What did you say? Wow, that's a low blow even for you. It's not like I want to die as a lonely, decrepit old virgin. I'd love to have a super hot boyfriend to sex up whenever the mood strikes me, but no!
I totally just triggered this broad.
As I was saying, the Yoka story arc is about this fox lolly who is in a search for her mother.
Here is a painting of Princess Yasaka.
Oh, Mama.
That is my mother.
That's quite the foxy lady, if you know what I mean. The story centers on the fight between Issei and a new arrogant opponent by the name of So-So.
However, that little stunt looked like an illegal move.
Just like your mom.
Yes, that's very mature.
Again, the best part of the battle is the witty one-liners that go back and forth between the opponents.
What's wrong, So-So? Why don't you come open this can of whoop-ass?
Well, I would.
Speaking about witty one-liners, Issei's best bros are back, and they sound just as cool as before.
We always want what we can't have.
Yo, Issei, what's up with that dumbass look you got?
Just inner monologuing. But since we're on the subject of dumbass looks...
Yeah, well, hashtag worth it. Yo ass missed out.
I have 0 regrets and 0 feeling in my face.
Kiryu also makes an appearance. I like this chick. Not only is she perverted, but she's nasty enough to compete with the guys.
Hey, lame brains. Unfortunately, we need your opinions too.
Lay off, woman. We got serious dude business to take care of.
Ew, is that what you call it?
Ravel Phoenix also joins Issei's entourage. And as of now, she's a second-year transfer student at the academy he's attending. I like this chick. She's the rich princess archetype, and for some reason, she now has a rivalry with Koneko.
Besides, cats love fried chicken. Did you just call me a chicken? Yeah, so? How dare you!
Now that I've watched all available seasons of DxD, I regard the battle between Valley and Issei to be the best moment of the series. That if you're not considering Akeno's finger-sucking scene. The fight had everything: raw power, fan service, and an epic display of courage. All the battle that came afterwards pale in comparison. Season 2 is the best one after all. Before I come to a close though, a little announcement is in order. I might upload less frequently in the next couple of months, as I have to prepare for my entrance exams, so I can go to college and get my own harem. So I hope you guys understand.
Well, our options are limited. What could we possibly do to help him?
I've already done like 80 full-fledged anime reviews, so if you get bored, you can binge watch that pile of goodies. I give DxD Hero an 8 out of 10.
And doing this would be a big win for heaven. Okay, I'm going in.